Are we live? All right. Hey, coaches, Doug Moss here. I'm excited to be back from leadership. We had a great week last week with lots of cool announcements. You saw that we have bars that were announced, and we have lots of other things that are coming down the pipeline that I think you're going to be excited about. I just wanted to spend a minute with you today and kind of give you a couple of takeaways I had from leadership, along with kind of talk to you a little bit more about November to Remember and make sure that we're kind of covering our bases to make sure there's no confusion when it comes to November to Remember. Just to start with that, we have extended registration for November to Remember until tomorrow. And I think it ends at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which would be, I believe, midnight East Coast. So make sure that you're not missing the opportunity to be a part of November to Remember. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But what I wanted to do right now is just talk a little bit about leadership and kind of walk you through a couple of the takeaways that I got. One of them being, Carl, at the end of the entire event, he gave this talk about it's totally possible. And what was cool about what he was saying about, we were talking about helping people, and we were talking about the mission statement, help people achieve their goals and live a healthy, fulfilling life. And this idea of, could we help more people than we've ever helped ever before? And could we do it in the month of November? And it was exciting because he pulled Jeff Hill out onto stage and talked to him about it. And, it was one of those where it's like, hey, is it possible? And Jeff said, well, we've never done it before. And Carl said, yeah, but Jeff, is it possible? And it was cool because the takeaway was, it's totally possible. And this kind of became a rally cry coming out of leadership, this concept of it's totally possible. And it was interesting because as we were leaving leadership, I talked to a lot of leaders, and it was cool to just kind of have conversations with coaches and talk about this concept of, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? And for them to be like, you know what, Doug, it's totally possible. I'd say, hey, do you want to be an elite coach next year? Do you want to finish elite this year? Is Superstar Diamond something you're building for? Yes, you're going to help a lot of people, but is it possible for you to set a goal with yourself and then with your team to shoot big and to go for, something maybe you never thought was possible? And then for you to be able to say, you know what, it's totally possible. And one of the real cool stories I got out of leadership was when Ruth Schroner was on stage, and Ruth was talking about, this year and, starting off 2017, and she'd had a conversation, I believe it was with Arnaud Nakaha or Craig Collier, and what the conversation was is, hey, have you ever set a big goal? Have you ever really just said, hey, I'm going to put a stretch goal out there that I'm going to go after, and, just think about a big goal. And Ruth was like, man, I've never, sure, I mean, I've set goals before, but I've never really said, I'm going to go after something huge. And it was really cool because she said, I was private by myself talking about what would be a big goal. I mean, I've been elite before. What would be a big goal? And she kind of joked and says, I can't believe I even said it out loud to myself. I want to dethrone the queen, Melanie Mitro. And it was like, whoa. And she's like, I even chuckled to myself when I said it. But what was cool about it was she said, you know what? I'm going to set the goal. And I'm going to talk to my team about it. And I'm just going to put it out there as, you know what, guys, could we do it? And the answer was, you know what, it's totally possible. If you put the work in and you do what's necessary, you can accomplish whatever goal it is. Now, Melanie's a rock star, and she builds this outstanding, amazing business, and she helps a ton of people with Beachbody. But it was cool because Ruth has now positioned herself, that coming into the end of the year, it's awesome to see kind of how the numbers are playing out. But you know what? It's totally possible. And it's cool that was kind of the takeaway from leadership this year is, you know what, you need to set goals and you need to make plans and you need to know that it's totally possible. And you need to have the confidence behind what you're doing that you can do it. I had a coach on Sunday, Jeff Hill and I got done with leadership, and then we went to a retreat for Trina Gray. She was in Las Vegas. She had 70 diamonds in her organization in Las Vegas. And it was cool because we did presentations and we talked to them about leadership and the key takeaways. Well, one of the coaches said to me, Doug, what makes Beachbody different? If you were to kind of break Beachbody down. I've been in the network marketing industry for a long time. I mean, man, I'm almost like 19 years now. And what was interesting is, we were kind of going back and forth on it. And the real aha moment to me was, guys, what makes Beachbody different is we really are the total solution. And we don't just say that. Like when we say that our mission statement is help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, that isn't just a catchphrase that makes us sound cool. I mean, you listen to Carl and you hear him talk, and his mission to end the trend of obesity, it's not just talk. I mean, he's out there trying to find ways to really have an impact on the world. And what was cool to me was when you get asked the question, what makes Beachbody different? The answer is, and you guys need to know this, the answer is we are the total solution. We provide people with what they need to succeed. And you know what? They're on their journeys and they're getting through it, and they're, wherever they're at, people are working hard, to better themselves. But I love this concept that, we provide the fitness, the nutrition, and the peer support to help people be successful. And there's not another company in the world that provides all three of those. But I really want you to understand that the fitness, the nutrition are important, but you as their coach is probably the most important piece. And I can tell you from personal experience, when I work out, I'm always much more successful when I have somebody that holds me accountable and that somebody works with me in order for me to succeed. I mean, I can do lots of different workout programs. I can try lots of different diets and nutrition programs, but that accountability is very, very important to the success of anybody. And I can tell you, you guys need to know that you as a coach are the most important piece to that equation. And I hope that as you build your Beachbody businesses, that you understand just how important you are in the equation of the total solution. So leadership was awesome. You guys need to know that it's totally possible. We do have November to Remember, and we've written it here on the window. We were just so you know, it was snowing when we started, but it took me so long to write everything that the snow kind of went away. But here's the deal. November to Remember, the registration's been extended, and I want you to know that, so you have until tomorrow to be registered for November to Remember. We have coaches that have Success Club points this month already that are not registered. And so if you've got coaches in your organization that have Success Club points that are on the board, they need to get registered for November to Remember. And just like any other month where we do a cup month or a team spirit or fall classic, what we did is, in order to win the Success Club prize, you have to be registered for November to Remember. So don't miss the opportunity to win the Success Club prize, which is actually this hat. I actually think it's pretty cool. Make sure that you're registered in order to win that. But if you've got people that are already on the board with Success Club points this month, let's make sure that they're registered to participate. A couple of things we just want to be clear about November to Remember. That's the key one. All challenge packs count towards November to Remember. You just need to understand that there's really two sides in this contest, okay? There's the region contest / hat, Success Club points. Well, that is, any challenge pack counts towards Success Club, and which then counts towards the top Success Club point earners by region. And so what I think is cool, and I'm really excited about it, is on Fridays when the leaderboards come out, we're going to be able to watch by region to see how people are stacking up. And so, maybe in the past when we ran a team cup, we've always had great and tremendous growth come out of Canada, and the Canadian teams have really lately dominated that part of, Team Cup, those top prizes. I can tell you that we've broken it out regionally now, and so it'll be fun to have, the West region, the Central region, the Northeast region, the Southeast region, and the Canadian region now compete amongst themselves for these top team prizes. And you're competing with the top teams with the highest Success Club points will win those prizes. So, make sure you're participating. There is an FAQ on it, November to Remember, 8239, so make sure you're embracing that. Then, okay, we've added, in addition to Success Club for selling a challenge pack, and because we're celebrating the launch of Double Time, we've added that a Double Time challenge pack comes with 3 Success Club points. And so we want to make sure that you understand 3 Success Club points on a double time challenge pack. So if you sell 2, you're now at Success Club, meaning if you sold 2 double time challenge packs, you'd have 6 Success Club points, which would put you above 5, so you would be at quote unquote Success Club and you would win the hat. So we want to make sure that you understand that we're celebrating double time. You'll see it. You know, it's awesome to see the photos and the pictures of families working out together, moms with their kids, dads with their kids. It's just a real cool concept, and I love that we're expanding Beachbody On Demand to now include a segment of that, you know, of that platform to now include this kind of family activity-based workout system. We've never had that before. And you'll see that, man, it's really cool to kind of consider everything that we're bringing to the table with Beachbody On Demand and how that the platform's being expanded to really cover, you know, really all aspects of fitness and ability and ways that people work out. The other way you can compete, so we've got the region prizes, and you can go see that in the 8239 FAQ. But then we have the top double time challenge pack promotion, which is really about school-related nonprofit organizations and the top 8 teams that win. And this is all based on not Success Club points, but specifically on double time challenge packs. Those teams that sell the most double times challenge packs, I'm sorry, it's not teams, individuals that sell the most double time challenge packs have the chance to give to their school-related nonprofit organization prizes that are just outstanding. I mean, the top 2 will get $50,000 to donate. The second 2 are $25,000, then the next 2 are $10,000, the next 2 are $5,000. So don't miss that opportunity. Guys, you've got to be a part of November to Remember to participate. Understand that Team Beachbody, NovemberToRemember.com is where you go in order to register for November to Remember. I know it's not a very short URL, but at least you'll remember it. Team Beachbody, NovemberToRemember.com. So guys, we're in November. I can't believe we're in November. I feel like the year just started. But here we are. We're coming into the end. Guys, let's finish the year strong. You know, we've got an outstanding, program and plan for 80-Day Obsession that launches in January. Let's focus on November. Let's have a great November. Let's get through November and December. Let's have 80-Day Obsession come into play. I mean, there's just so many things going on at Beachbody, so much excitement. I would just tell you that, hey, just remember, set big goals, and know, guys, honestly, it's totally possible. You just have to decide now that you're going to go for it. And I'm telling you, every one of you should have this hat. At the end of this month, you should all be registered. You should win this by hitting Success Club, and then you should set bigger goals and really shoot for them and know that it's totally possible. So thanks for joining me today. Hopefully you guys have a great month, and hopefully we'll see you guys at Super Saturday, at New Leader Conference, or I guess next year at Summit. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.